Welcome to the Motive for Life radio show. This is Robert Christiansen. Thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about mistakes, or what are perceived as mistakes, and how that they can make you, instead of you thinking you've made mistakes. This twist of words and the way that we look at life is strictly up to you. How you choose to look at life events as mistakes or right decisions or wrong decisions, good and bad, left, right, up, down, this binary on or off view of how we go through life. You can make a choice. You can make a choice that I make mistakes or that mistakes make me. Now, if you take the position of considering the events that happen in your life or the actions that you take are the actual crafting and molding of your character, the molding of who you are, the position that you currently are in life, then you can say that what appears to be mistakes are the best thing for you. These are the activities that are going to happen that shape you into who you are. Now, you can let regret seep in, saying, oh, I missed that opportunity. I made a mistake and I didn't act. Or I took action that have bad consequences for others. We have regrets, no doubt. However, how you look at them and how you choose to categorize them as learnings, as things that go into my reservoir of wisdom, is strictly your choice. This is truly within your power. To know that to proceed and to grow and to change and to learn and saying, hey, if I had turned left instead of right, I would have never learned this very, very valuable lesson. And I may have gotten into a situation where the consequences may have been much, much larger, and I wouldn't have made that decision at that time. But this all leads into one of the most fundamental beliefs I have, and that is never, ever regretting a decision, never looking at anything as a mistake, never view the actions that I take or the decisions I made as wrong. The context of never letting a mistake happen is really your point of view. So mistakes make us, right? So my decision is what makes me. And so I'm going to encourage us wholly here to shift our point of view, to dislodge how you think about yourself and to change and elevate your self-worth so that you know that the events of life, the choices you make, the decisions you make are likely preordained, that the direction that you are heading is prescribed, and that the real choice that you have, specifically when it comes to what you consider are mistakes, is whether or not you are going to have the free will to accept that they are preordained. That we seem to be cast down a river and we think we're steering when we're heading to the same direction. We're heading in the same destination, and we have little choice of whether we get there or not. Now, I know a few of you may pull off, get out of the boat and sit on the sidelines and watch the river go by. Well, that wouldn't be very exciting, would it? It'd be safe for sure. But we wouldn't have the sense of purpose or mastery or what we feel is that deep, deep resonant, our calling happening as we are traveling down that river. And we will run into rocks. We'll get cycled around. We'll go over rapids. Hell, we might even flip the boat. Okay? Some of us may perish, but for sure, we're going down the river because we want to. This is a choice to go down the river and to embrace the rocks and the turbulence and the rapids in our life. Your choice is to decide to raise your worthiness, to know that you have these things to endure, but you do them with a smile. You do it with, wow, that was painful, but oh my God, did I learn something? Your decision here is strictly yours. How do you choose to face life is strictly your decision. Are you going to decide that you're going to curl up in a ball and wait for life to happen to you? Be afraid of making a mistake? That you chose not to step out and make the first attempt at your dream? When you raise your worthiness, when you elevate your belief that you are worthy of stepping into your true bliss, that you are deserving to do the things you love, nothing can get in the way, and that every decision you make is the thing that is making you. When you raise your self-worth saying, I am following my bliss, I am taking the right steps, I am choosing to head towards what makes me happy, then the decisions you make are only going to craft who you are. They will craft the person that you will become. Therefore, the mistakes, or quote mistakes, air quotes here, folks, are really crafting you. If you love what you're doing and you are tacking back and forth like a ship does into the wind, you know you got to keep changing directions to go forward. You have to constantly readjust for where you're heading, because if you strictly hold on to the tiller the whole way, you're going to go off in one direction, not head to the way you want to go. So you notice the metaphor went from a river to the sea. The point is, when you follow your bliss, when you decide to lean into what you love, how could the quote mistakes be harmful for you? Think about it. How could it possibly be that if you are heading in the direction of what you love, doing what you love, stepping into what you are truly meant to do, and the learnings that you have in that process as you get better and better and better, how could that be a mistake? The mistake really is not following your bliss, not doing the thing that makes you happy. Forget about making money. Okay? The chores you do to make money could be related to what you do in your bliss, or could not. You could make money and then go do clay pottery on the side and love it and love it and love it. And all you do is think about is clay pottery while you do your work. You know, let's not get confused here. You don't have to make money doing your bliss. If you can overlay them, great. But let's just free ourselves from that. Today, when I think about doing what I love to do, it's photography, it's gardening, it's working in my wood shop, it's hiking, it's being outdoors, it's going to the ocean, putting my feet in the sand, walking along the beach, spending time with my family around a dinner table. These things make me happy, and none of them make me money. Not a one. But I love them. And then when I'm working, making money, whether I'm coaching, publishing a book, working as a technologist, I enjoy that. It's not 100% my bliss, but let me tell you, it creates me space to go do these other things, and I feel accomplished. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So how could chasing after these other things that make me feel good, and the mistakes I make, let's say at woodworking where I don't put two pieces of wood together very well, is it a mistake? No. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about gardening, which I never thought I would. COVID taught me how to garden. I've learned a lot about photography over the last 50 years. It's been an amazing, amazing thing. Ever since I was old enough to pick up a camera, and those ones with film in them, I have always been enthralled with photographs. So today, the crafts that I pick up are molding me. When I go to my job and I do the things I'm supposed to do and I'm paid to go do them, I do them very well because I've learned over the years how to get better and better and better through the challenges I faced and through the quote mistakes that I've encountered or made that have elevated me to a new level. I hope and pray that you start embracing all the things that are coming at you as not mistakes, but the things that mold you. Mistakes make you. You do not make mistakes. Thank you for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe and to like us on all of the podcast stations. Please leave a message. Tell us what you think. Rate us. Also, go to motiveforlife.com and pull down the gift. It is the thing that elevates self-worth. It's the first boot camp 90-day training session to transform your worthiness to the next level. If you want all the technology we talk about here on Motive for Life, go to Amazon or Kindle and pick up The Bug in Our Brain. It's kind of an autobiography, but mostly it's all about the technologies. Love to hear from you. You can always ping me at info@motiveforlife.com. And also, we have a ton of stuff on Insight Timer, a bunch of meditations, sleeping music, you name it, it's up there and it's all free. Take care. I love you. Bye-bye. This has been a Motive for Life Productions, all rights reserved.